What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. All right, guys, a actual celebration is to be had. The Discord, the Street Fighter Duel Discord, which you can join, by the way, if you look in the description, has officially hit 20K members, which is a pretty big deal. So they've done a pretty generous thing for us. If you go to the exchange code and type in this exchange, it will be in the description as well. SF Discord. 20K, you're going to get yourself quite a bit of gems and 20 free A fragments. So shout out to them for doing that. Why not, right? It's the community's growing. Believe it or not, the Discord community is still growing. There are always members there joining. There's a lot of amazing players there and a ton of help. So if you guys are looking for assistance after my videos, or if you're looking for assistance after any content creators videos, jump onto there and go ahead and join. Now, that's actually what I want to talk about. My next topic, I just kind of alluded to it real quick, and that is content creators and Street Fighter Duel. So Hayes and I have had a conversation recently about the idea of not only content creators working together, but like what is happening with content creators in this game in general. Like if you do a Street Fighter Duel search, right, just on YouTube or Twitch, you're going to notice a few different things. Number one, you're going to notice Rokage, myself, Hayes, and once in a while I see Sion and Pika, right? And here and there you're going to see other YouTubers who have probably just recently started doing this. So like I see Anarchy Maka, I'm not sure who that is. I'm sure somebody who covers this game clearly. Etc. Right? So you're going to see, but for the most part, you're going to see three content creators. And why is this? Like, why has the abundance of content creators gone down from an incredible amount to almost none? Now, we're not going to talk about the sponsor content creators because I don't know if they actually play the game. From any sponsored creators I've seen, they do one quick sponsorship and then it's done. There's bigger content creators who did coverage on this who have left for bigger games or newer games. And then there's some content creators who just kind of dabble their feet in there, right? So why is that a lot of content creators are no longer covering this game? There's really 3 or 4 people that I know who still cover this game, I would say on the regular, right? So Pika being one, myself, Hayes once in a while, I guess. Well, he still does it fairly often. And then or Sion and a Marky Mark, I guess, here and there, but he's kind of, Mark's out to him, he's kind of gone off and done different things, which is fine. I mean, he's looking to grow in a different pattern because he got tired of the game. So what exactly is going on? So I'll tell you guys what's going on. We don't know what it is from a content creator perspective, but the views and the amount of impressions and the clicks and the fact that people are not as interested in watching the videos has really been noticeable. Okay, we went from like, as a content creator, let's talk about myself, right? So it's almost been 3 months. On the 24th, it's going to be my 3 months on YouTube returning. So from March 24th, April, May, sorry, let's make it 4 months actually, right? Almost 4 months on returning. So we've got 300 videos almost, I think, right? On my channel of this game. And I will say this, the growth that I had in the beginning has completely halted. And I'm speaking for myself clearly, right? Like I'm not going to speak for Hayes or anyone else because I don't know their situation as well. But for myself personally, it's halted. Now, I feel like it's unfortunate for a lot of people because if you're stuck with the same, I'm at 311 videos on this game in 4 months. So I feel kind of bad for the viewers because if it was just me, for example, and you didn't have variety, right? If you didn't have Pikas or the Hayes, etc., who decides, you know what, people are not watching my videos, I'm going to move on. It's the content, even as entertaining as I can be sometimes to you guys, is going to become stale. No matter what I put out, it's going to become stale. So it's nice to have content creators to have variety. The issue we're finding as content creators is this game is not bringing in the audience it once did. Sometimes some videos are not even hitting 1K views. To a content creator, that's like dead in the water. Like that's something we as content creators don't want to see, right? Because you put effort into a video, you put your time into a video, that's hard-earned money that is going to fly out the window. Now, again, as usual, you guys know this about me. I do this for fun. This is on the side gig for me. This is something I enjoy doing because of the community. So for someone who, like myself, who earns a good income outside of this, because I have a full-time career in IT, it's not as bad, right? It's just more demoralizing than anything. But for those who actually do this for a living, it's downright putting their livelihood at stake. So for those who have been asking or wondering why are there less and less content creators, well, that's why. The views are going down, the amount of impressions are going down. We don't know whether it's because people are just sick and tired of the game's lack of pity system, or just, better games have come out, or if it's obviously a combination of both. It's definitely taken its toll on the content creators who used to cover this game full time, and it's made it harder for viewers to also want to watch the videos, because either they're getting super shafted or they haven't got this character, so they don't even care, and they've moved on, right? So how can Street Fighter Duel mend this? Not just from because let's be real, as a gacha game, or as any game nowadays, your promotional tool is not just your marketing. Your free promotional tool really is your content creators, right? And we're not sponsored by Street Fighter Duel whatsoever. Like, I'm not. I've never been sponsored once. I probably would be the worst sponsor, though, because I tell everybody never to spend. So they would never sponsor me. It'd be a crazy thing to do. If they ever said, hey, would you make this video for us to try to promote a character to sell? I'd probably be like, nope, doesn't matter how much money you give me, because it just doesn't sit in my moral compass. I don't fly for that. I've had sponsorships in the past in Ninja Tribes and stuff, and I took them. I was a huge whale. I never cared about that kind of thing. Now, as being 3 years older from the last time I did content creating, my mentality has completely changed and altered. So, me personally, I think the best way to change this, guys, for them is to be more honest and open about 3 things. Number 1, the flaws and how they plan to address it. I think Street Fighter Duel has many flaws, and I think some of them are prevalent since day one. For example, the lack of recruiting for guilds, right? Throughout the battle zones. That's, I think, is a huge problem outside of the battle zones, actually, globally. Has a huge problem, and it makes a lot of servers dead and a lot of guilds dead. And when things like guild effigy pop up, it's really hard for people to participate. Number 2, give content creators an incentive to promote your product. Really, at the end of the day, that's really it, right? If you guys don't know this, the content creator program that we're in Discord doesn't give us anything. We don't get anything, like literally 0 things from it, except once in a while we'll get information like that Street Fighter Duel Discord, a 20K promotion. But if you're part of the Discord, you're going to get that the day later. So really, it doesn't promote any form of incentive to their content creators. And I mean, that's for a game who makes as much money as they do now, which is apparently way above what they expected. A lot of the reason why you're making this much money is because your content creators are pushing your content for people to absorb, to consume, and you get a lot of new players because of us, right? And I'm not saying we deserve money or anything, but we should get at least something for this. Like, it's crazy to me that content creators don't get anything for being on the program. Now, I know they're working on it, but I don't see it ever happening between you and I, right? And number 3, listen to your audience. We as content creators have put up so much negative feedback on things that are rightly deserved to be negative that I think a lot of content creators are leaving also because they're just tired of not being heard, right? We are the voice of the viewerships. We are the voice of the community most of the time. And when we bring an issue forward, a lot of the times the major issues are not addressed unless it's like what happened with E-Ryu, where we all got our compensation, which was great, right? That was... So let me give you another example of one, right? The moment the new chat system got put in place, I was DM'd by a few people being like, hey, can you please bring this up in a video? Because we can't live stream this anymore because Twitch will ban us for having specific words that people are now just blurting in chat. I said, listen, I don't know. You have to give me some examples. Anyways, it was brought up by Dawn. Shout out to Dawn to the CR rep, and CR rep brought it up, and they may toggle it into an actual optional chat thing. So something like that is good. So that's something like that is being heard. But there are other things that are not being heard, right? Like, for example, the lack of a pity system. I know that's completely and utterly financial, and it's driven by money and greed. But guys, you would retain such a massive player base if you just put any form of pity system in there. Whether it's 100 pulls, 80 pulls, 120, it doesn't matter. Just to even see that you guys are putting effort into a pity system, that is your biggest problem. Outside of the translations and bugs and all that, which already bogged down, but you guys do some extent handle that and try to fix it. That is your biggest issue. So a lot of content creators are leaving because we're just tired of not being heard, right? So I really do hope, guys, for your sake as the viewers, and for my sake as a content creator, to step up my game once in a while, that we do see some more content creators come through, make it big, because then we have examples and comparisons to different content, different point of views, which is amazing because we learn off of one another. And then you guys also have entertainment to keep this game going. So I just wanted to give my feedback on that because a lot of people are asking about it, but I just wanted to give you guys my take on it and why I think some people content creators are leaving and are not covering this game anymore. And those are my reasons. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this because I know it's an issue. And again, I don't think the game is dying, but we obviously know the issues are there. And I'm hoping that eventually they can listen to us as the voice of reason and the community and fix some of these problems so we get more content creators and more viewers and more importantly, more gamers into the game. All right, guys, this is Payne. I'll talk to you guys on the next one.